Okay, so Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we'll take a look at the blood supply and the lymphatic drainage of the tongue. So the main blood supply, the main artery supply of the tongue is by the way of the lingual artery, which is a branch of the external carotid artery, as you can see here. It's a very tortuous artery, और यही main blood supply provide कर रही होती है tongue को. In addition to that, we also have the tonsillar artery, which is a branch of the facial artery. वो भी एक posterior aspect of the tongue को supply दे रही होती है, right here. And then we have the ascending pharyngeal artery, which is also a branch of external carotid artery, along with the lingual artery, और वो भी posterior aspect of the tongue को ही supply दे रही होती है. So the main blood supply is by the way of the lingual artery, then accessory और the posterior aspect को supply होती है by the way of tonsillar artery of the facial artery की branch है जो कि, and the second one is the ascending pharyngeal artery जो कि branch है external carotid artery की. Next we have the venous drainage of the tongue. So the main venous drainage होता है by the way of the deep lingual vein जो कि हमें inferior aspect of tongue पे नजर भी आ रही होती है, it's quite visible over there. And then we have the vena communicantis accompanying the lingual artery and the vena communicantis accompanying the hypoglossal nerve here, right? So these vena communicantis, this deep lingual vein, all these combine at the root of the tongue to form the lingual vein, right? And that lingual vein will be draining into the internal jugular vein, and then this way we have the venous drainage of the tongue, right? Then we have the lymphatic drainage of the tongue, and lymphatic drainage is such that the tip of the tongue is being drained by the submental lymph nodes. जो anterior to third को जो lateral portion that is being drained into the submandibular lymph nodes, while the central strip is being drained into the inferior deep cervical lymph nodes, right? And the posterior जो उसका posterior most portion that is drained by the superior deep cervical lymph nodes and also by the jugulo-digastric lymph nodes. Okay, and all the lymph from here will be draining further into the jugulo-omohyoid lymph nodes, and jugulo-omohyoid lymph nodes are actually called as the lymph nodes of the tongue. So the submental lymph nodes, the submandibular lymph nodes, the inferior deep cervical, the superior deep cervical, and also into the jugulo-digastric, and eventually into the jugulo-omohyoid lymph nodes called as the lymph nodes of the tongue. So with this note, we're done with all these things, and you can see that we have the submental, submandibular, superior, inferior deep cervical, then the superior deep cervical, jugulo-digastric, and eventually into the, as we see, the jugulo-omohyoid lymph nodes, and then into the internal jugular vein. So we're done with this. Thank you so much.